Good morning, everybody, and welcome to Branding Bytes. My name is Kasha. I'm the Executive Creative Director here at Skidmore Studio.
Hi, I'm Sean, the Design Director, and as you know, it's almost Halloween,
Woo!
so today we decided to talk about candy.
I love it.
More specifically, candy packaging from today and from yesterday.
Yeah, so let's start with candy packaging for grown-ups, right? Because candy is typically for kids, but now we have grown-up themed. Oh, is it?
Yeah.
All right. Well, we're going to talk about grown-up themed candy first. For all you candy makers out there, one key message to you: lean into what you do. Be a candy maker. Don't try to be something else. Here's some great examples.
Be Willy Wonka?
Yes, exactly. This right here looks like coffee. You know why? Because it's caffeine-enhanced chocolate. That's why it looks like coffee.
Pretty tempting.
Lean into what you do. This right here is from Bon Bon's Candy House. I don't know what a candy house is, but I expect it looks like this.
I imagine it's full of color and shape and boxes of all different sizes.
Just like this. They're being exactly who they are.
Wonderful.
Speaking of Bon's, Bon,
our favorite
friends and world famous chocolatiers here in Detroit. You open this up, it is an experience all through the 4 or 5 different layers of packaging to get to that beautiful little chocolate on the inside.
And we love them.
Amazing. This right here from a Mexican chocolatier called Amado. It's beautiful colors and indulgent gold foil. If there's nothing other than chocolate in here, I'm going to be pretty excited.
I agree, it's beautiful. I expect cologne to come out of that box every time I see it.
Chocolate flavored cologne?
Maybe.
All right, now the Zuby, these candy rocks here, this looks like rock candy. I love this because it's saying exactly what it is. Very telegraphic, right?
Candy.
And then finally, this squish. These great little illustrations, beautiful, simple packaging. And then when you open it up, you can see the candy because it comes in little clear packages inside.
It's like a bonus when you open it.
This is great.
That's my favorite packaging today.
What do you got?
I have a trip through yesteryear. First off, let me ask you, do you have a favorite nostalgic vintage candy?
I'm a pretty, I go to the same thing each time, peanut M&Ms.
Those are pretty nostalgic.
All right, great.
Big Necco fan myself. Nobody loves them but me, I think. I want to talk a little bit about where candy started. I think why candy packaging looks the way it looks.
Okay.
Yeah, this is from the 40s. It was found in an old theater. Sorry, it's a little maybe dingier than it should be, but I think it's a good representation of what candy was, right? So you have little bitty product, giant product name. I think that sort of sets the trend on what it looks like today. And you can see there's some classics here: Butterfinger, Baby Ruth, Tootsie Roll, that still look pretty close then the way they do today.
Almost exactly the same. They had a good thing going then and they kept it up.
The one thing they had more of back then was this idea of value, right?
Yeah.
You have these kids working really hard for their allowance. You want to promise them a lot, so you see a lot of almost early meal replacement theme.
That's just crazy.
The lunchbox candy bar.
Yeah.
I mean, that's amazing. You can get a whole lunch for what, 3 cents? Pretty amazing.
That's awesome.
But that doesn't. My favorite, the chicken dinner bar.
Oh my God.
These sold until like the 60s. The idea being that this is a full meal in a little bitty bar. Like, you're going to be full, you're going to be happy. Buy me. It's a pretty constant theme back then. You're right on the verge of the Great Depression.
Yeah, all right.
These kids don't have a lot of money,
Right.
right? So play up the value.
If somebody handed me a chicken dinner bar right now, I would taste it. I mean, just on name alone.
It's a little bit of the start of the gross out candy we see today, the scorpions and the lollipops and stuff like that. Like, that's an early version of it.
Love it.
But it worked. And you get into the 50s, you start to see some brighter colors, you see some lively illustration, things that we start to recognize, as you say, just look like candy.
Yep.
This is where they're starting to find that sweet spot.
Yeah, all right,
Beautiful
great.
stuff. They did a great job of sort of leaning into whatever was popular at the time. This Orbit bar, I love. This is a frozen pop, but I still love it. It's got the great kind of Sputnik era illustration, great colors, just fantastic. That pushes into some Atomic Fireball. Again, we're kind of on topic. Atomics everywhere.
Yep.
Big deal.
Yep.
But it also starts to hint at like some extreme candy.
Yeah.
Can you do it? Like dare it, right?
Yeah, the big fireball.
It's
that's
daring.
what it
It's
would
a very
feel
daring
like
candy.
in my mouth.
Oh
when
my God!
put
Can I do
there.
it? That's the idea.
Yeah, right.
Yeah. So, and of course, Lemonheads, classic favorite. But at the time, these were pretty sour. Like, that was a big deal. Lemonheads, you get the great illustration of Lemonhead. You can see brighter colors still, getting a little bit more playful than we were in the 40s. Super sours. That's right on trend. This is a little later.
Right.
But where I have a little sweet spot is the 80s and 90s candy packaging, just the novelty of it all.
Yeah.
So you have some bubble beepers, and this was followed up with bubble tape and bubble this and bubble that and things in a bottle, and
Which we still
pretty
have.
great.
Yeah.
This candy, probably garbage, but man, did kids buy it just because of the packaging.
But it's for the kids, right? That's where
It's
it goes.
for
It's
the
like,
kids.
hey, the kids are like at 3'6" and they're looking at the candy aisle and they're going, "What do I
They're
want?"
tiny little things. At a time, they wanted candy cigarettes.
Yeah.
Now they want candy beepers, and I know my kids have pestered me for candy cell phones,
Yep,
and
candy
it's
cell
just
phone.
garbage.
Yep, absolutely.
But beautiful garbage.
Delicious garbage.
I love it. Which, the idea today, like we talked about, you're 3'6", you're at the candy aisle, you've got a good thing if you're Reese's, right? You're Hershey's, you're one of the big three. So what do? You just make it bigger. See a lot of these right now, these oversized, giant, I mean, this is like 2 pounds of Reese's peanut bars.
Yeah, but you're a kid and you want candy and all you want is more of it.
They already recognize the packaging. What do? Just make it bigger.
It's awesome. All right, now is the time for Bitty Bites. And Bitty Bites is when we pull out of the magical envelope things that have happened in the last week or so in branding and marketing, and we give it a thumbs up or a thumbs down. What have you got for us this week, Sean?
Today we have, I see a furry filter.
Yeah, so this is a Facebook filter for a pet adoption, right?
I think Pedigree did this. Is
Yeah,
that right?
and I love it. In this case, I'm going to give it a thumbs up, even though ordinarily I hate the filter face, but this is great. It's for a good cause.
Adopting puppies. What's not to love?
That's awesome. Oh, yeah.
7-Eleven, the debate continues.
So the Reddit users have decided they're debating whether or not uppercase and lowercase should go together in the 7-Eleven logo. Reddit users, stop having this discussion. It's a great logo.
It's lasted a long time. The end is great. It's unicase, upper lowercase. It works. It fits.
Leave it be.
It's fine.
All right.
All right.
Oh!
A dancing hot dog.
The Snapchat dancing hot dog costume,
Yeah.
which Snapchat is already ridiculous, so why not make a ridiculous costume with
over
it?
the top.
That's great. Thumbs
I
up
wish
on
it
that.
was more plasticky, but I'm giving it a thumbs up.
All right. Now, we have a special treat for you. If you go to our Instagram, we have a special bonus Bitty Bite.
Itty bitty bite.
A little tiny one. And so hit us up at Skidmore Studio on Instagram. You can see it there. And of course, if you have questions anytime, at Skidmore Studio on Instagram or Skidmore Studio on Facebook. Be happy to talk to you. Till then, have a great week. See you next time.
See ya.